Hey guys, what is going on? Today I wanted to make this video to share with you three electric vehicle stocks that I believe has the potential to make bullish gains in this quarter of 2023. Now, if you're new to this channel, I'd really appreciate you hitting the like and subscribing to All I See Is W for more related content. Now, when you're making an investment decision, always make sure to do your research and take my information as guidance only. Let's get started, guys. Now, we're looking at Rivian Automotive. This ticker goes by RIVN. Rivian has been doing really well from a 5-year range here. 2021, the share price was about $100. Its 52-week range goes from $11 to $40. Its volume has picked up by 300% just recently. The charts are looking very bullish from a short-term, long-term perspective. In fact, year to date, this was like at $13 in June, and it just went up by double close in terms of its price. I really like Rivian Automotive because the performance of the vehicle, in fact, car owners with the trucks have not reported much issues with the truck. And I really like the aesthetics of Rivian. I've seen a lot of Rivian trucks on the freeway, and I like the round lights, and it just looks very unique as a electric vehicle company. And the reason why Rivian has been going up is because Amazon is partnering with this electric vehicle company. In fact, Amazon has deployed more than 5,000 electric vehicle vans from EV startup Rivian on the US streets, and it plans on expanding this up to about 100,000 vehicles on the road globally by 2030, according to what Amazon is saying. The fact that Rivian has partnered up with the biggest e-commerce company all around the world right now, Amazon, this just tells you that Rivian isn't going out of business. They're going to continue to sell trucks, even vans, for supporting Amazon's e-commerce business. I believe Rivian Automotive, this is a great long-term investment. It's a safe play. I do think it's still undervalued, and it can go back up to its $100 range from my perspective. Next company I wanted to talk about is Lucid Group. LCID is the ticker. Looking at it from a 5-year range back in 2021, which wasn't too long ago, it was at $53. Its current price, I believe it's undervalued. Just going back from a 1-month perspective, this was hovering at the basement low of $5, and it's been just gaining traction here. I believe that there's bullish signals here, short-term, even long-term perspective, and I believe that it can easily get back up to $21. Back in January, there was news around how Saudi Arabia might buy out Lucid with the remaining shares. In fact, Saudi Arabia has increased its shares by 5%, now owning up to about 65%. Lucid's vehicles is top notch. I mean, it's extraordinary quality. Its vehicles can go up to about 500 miles before you refuel it. It's really a competitor to Tesla. The only downside is that it needs to continue making more sales, bringing up the revenue to net with the expenses. Now, what's unique about Lucid is that it's planning on taking on more market share, gaining that from Tesla. And how Lucid's able to do that is to actually have model vehicles that's affordable, catering towards those who have the propensity to spend for cars that's around the $40,000 to $50,000 range. Because currently the Lucid Air is about $169,000. Lucid's second EV, the Gravity Luxury SUV, is around $100,000. So it's quite pricey. But if you can price your vehicles down to something that's more affordable, this is definitely going to allow Lucid to be a competitor of Tesla. Tesla's branding is great. Lots of people own Teslas, but not everyone wants to follow that herd of having a Tesla, and people like having unique branding, which is why Lucid, I believe, is going to be a top line competitor of Tesla currently, based on the performance, the aesthetics of these type of vehicles. So I believe that Lucid, it has the potential to go up to $21 in this quarter. Q4 perhaps, but we'll see how far Lucid can go. But I definitely think it's undervalued. The fact that I see Lucid vehicles in the Bay Area, that demonstrates that there's revenue that's coming in, even though the cash flow burn rate is still high at this time. The last company I wanted to share is Mullen Automotive. We've seen Mullen just skyrocket within the last 2 days. In fact, today it's gone up by about another 35%. Volume of shares traded has bypassed close to about 2 billion shares traded. What's driving up the share price, right? Well, Mullen announced that it plans on having a $25 million stock buyback program, and this really attracts investors because the company intends to buy back stock because the CEO David believes in the value of what this company can bring from a long-term perspective. But overall, I believe from an investment standpoint, while we see Mullen skyrocketing in the last 2 days, I would still remain cautious, right? Because this company can easily go back down, but who knows? It may 2x, 5x. It's been bleeding out so much just year to date, right? So what goes down will likely bounce back up. If I were to compare Mullen to Rivian, Lucid, it's definitely a higher risk play, but when you invest in stocks, higher risk may lead higher reward. So I would just pick your battles here. Let's say if you want to take on more risks, Mullen Automotive may bring you a higher cash value return with investment if you're not like a long-term investor. Lucid has more value, I believe, if you're looking at it from a long-term perspective, and a safer play would be something like Rivian Automotive. Just to share with you an article with Mullen here, the company believes the stock is significantly undervalued and is trading at a significant discount. And this is why the volume of shares has been picking up. New people have been either buying or selling Mullen Automotive to make a profit. And the question is whether Mullen will be able to compete with other electric vehicle companies. EV is a new market. I mean, it's definitely the future, right? The question is whether Mullen can take market share over the companies like Tesla, Rivian, and Lucid. I think there's potential here, but from an investment standpoint, I would just consider what type of risk you're willing to take. So there you have it. That's my summary for these 3 stocks. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to leave your comments, questions down below. Thanks for watching. All I see is W. Goodbye.